It was good, y'all. Welcome back to another video. I'm getting straight to it. So the boys have recently ended, probably what is today? Sunday. It ended Wednesday, and I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents on it. Let me know in comments down below how you feel about the ending. You might not like what I'm about to say. You might fuck what I'm about to say, but we'll see. The boys ending for me, I did enjoy it. I did like it. You know what I'm saying? I went around, talked to my homies. A lot of my homies did not like the ending and stuff like that. They said there was a bunch of inconsistencies, which I agree with everything they said. Regardless, I still did enjoy the ending. I know, crazy, but just because that does not mean I'm ignoring all the flaws and stuff like that. The main reason why I did love the ending is because of Huey in that Butcher fight. I did like that, and I do know that they actually fought in the comics, and I think Huey kills Butcher. I can't remember correctly, but I know they do fight in the comics, and I did like how the Homelander, like when he did lose his powers, I did like how he was acting and stuff like that. That just fit his character very, very well. I'm gonna be jumping right like back and forth and stuff like that. I'm gonna be going off the dome and everything. So I did not like how Gen V had no connection to the boys. If you don't know what Gen V is basically a spin-off of the boys. It follows like Godolkin University that was mentioning the boys and stuff like that. It follows like a group of college students finding out like the history and shit behind it and everything like that. And as watching through it and stuff, it didn't really like, it didn't connect to the boys at all. And I love Gen V. I love Marie Moore. I love Jordan Lee. I like Sam. I like Emma. I like all those characters and stuff like that. But that show was just a nothing burger. It did nothing for the show. All it did was that some of the characters, only 3 of the characters, and one was only there for 10 seconds. The other 2, probably 2 minutes, had a cameo in the show just to say that their favorite hero is Annie. And I remember telling my homie, like, yeah, bro, go ahead and watch Gen V because it's going to be connected to the new season. That nigga just watched a recap. He said he's not watching that shit, and come to find out he didn't need to watch it. It was like they gassed her up so much that she was going to be this Omega level mutant soup in fucking the show, but you never really get to see her use her full potential. And that was wasted potential. That was a wasted character. Now we have a Gohan. We have a Gohan on Amazon Prime. The niggas just wasted potential and shit like that, and we never really get to see their due diligence. You know what I'm saying? They probably use her later on down the line, maybe, probably, but I truly do doubt it. Next up that I did not like, or more like I have a question for, is Ryan is a natural born suit. So does that beam work on him? Because like they just never talk about it. And I know I'm probably the only nigga who's like reaching and even thinking about this whole perspective on it or anything, but that's just my little question. Like, so he's just no longer a soup anymore. He's just going about living his regular life. Who's taking care of Ryan? Did they show that in the last like minutes of the show? Because I don't remember that shit at all. I don't remember what that nigga's doing. Is that nigga on the run? Is people taking care of him? I don't know. I really don't know. But he's gone. And like I said before, I did like the dynamic between Huey and Butcher. That shit was fire. I loved it. Frenchie dying, to me, I feel like maybe this is crazy. I feel like MM character arc, maybe he should have died. It would have made a little bit more sense to me, but they didn't, and I'm fine with that. Another thing too, the power scaling, crazy that I'm saying this term right now. The power scaling in the show is hella inconsistent because didn't Kimiko was like basically getting fucked up by anybody? The bitch gets the beam in her chest. Now she's basically a V1 soldier boy. Like that didn't, I don't know. I didn't really get that shit at all. I didn't understand that. And one thing they've been hinting at it here and there. Homelander was supposed to crash out and kill a whole bunch of people. We never really got to see that. It was sad. That was something I was actually looking forward to because that fit into the show. That would have been dope. That would have gave everybody like a reason to fear this nigga, besides him having like this stupid ass god complex that he already had. You know what I'm saying? Like him having a god complex was pretty much already being foreshadowed. I didn't really care that he had that whole awakening and shit, but you know, it is what it is. It's neither here or there. Now I will say I did like the fight between Kimiko, Ryan, and Butcher versus Homelander. I did like that, even though yes, like I said before, there is a power scale inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm saying that word correctly. Butcher had the 10V to hang with them before. He was actually stronger than he was, and he had the tentacles. I'm pretty sure he was. Him, Huey, and Soldier Boy literally pinned down Homelander to the ground. Was about to shoot this nigga with the beam, and somehow Homelander escaped, but this time he can't. Or even fuck that. Let me not even do that. The few scenes before, when this nigga took this astronaut to space in 2 seconds, he couldn't fly away in 2 seconds. Homelander's that fast? I don't know. And then Kimiko's durability fucking tripled. This nigga was zapping her in the chest, knocking her ass out. Ending of the show was a really good for a superhero show, but we all know The Boys is bigger than that. You see me? The Boys should have been on some Breaking Bad type level type shit, and it just wasn't. It just didn't fulfill what it was supposed to fulfill. I'm not gonna be mad at the ending. I'm not, because everything I led up to it was pretty dope. My homie's a fucking guru when it comes to this shit, so he knew the ending was gonna be like that, and he was mad as fuck at the ending. I'm really not. I feel like this season should have been longer And I feel like there was a lot of character arcs we just didn't really get to see. For example, they brought in 2 characters, Black Noir and Old Father, right? I know Black Noir was mentioned seasons ago, I understand that, but we really got in depth with his character this season, and we didn't even get to see, bruh, for real. He just gets killed off by the Deep. He just killed off. And the Deep's ending was pretty funny, but she was like basically had a little awakening with that nigga, like take accountability, and that nigga just screamed, no! And then she pushed that nigga and then he died. That shit was pretty fucking funny. But Black Noir dying to the Deep, I did not like that shit. I thought that shit was like, I was like, really? That's it? He's a whole method actor. You know what would have been dope, bro? And I probably asked for too much. You know what would have been dope if he had them little cartoons and shit like that the first Black Noir had. Like he really got into character, but he just developed that shit on his own. That would have been low-key kind of dope. Stan Edgar really was used more in Gen V than he was in this show. It's just, I got so many fucking things, bro. And yeah, Old Father, bro. Old Father just wasn't used like that. Like he had a whole connection with Annie, and then it was just, we just never, they never have another interaction after that. It's just over. You know what I'm saying? And then Old Father was a pretty smart character. You know what I'm saying? And I seemed like he was the only character that was truly into the whole Homelander being God and shit like that. And then this nigga dies to a titanium ball gag that MM just knew to put over his mouth and blow up his brain. I don't know. I didn't really like that. No, I didn't like that shit at all. But if I was to like rate this show, ending kind of fucked it up. Like I did enjoy it while I was watching it, but looking back, talking to the homies, doing and then rewatching scenes and shit like that, I'm gonna get the show a 10 out of 10. It's really a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It's just the ending was this little stupid. You know what I'm saying? It was a little stupid. I don't know. I don't know what I would have wanted. I don't know, bro. There's so much shit that was dumb. Like Sage, like they literally told this whole Sage, actually literally told Sage that he's proud of Homelander, but he won't admit it. Like his brain is like fucked up and shit like that. You really wouldn't think that nigga wouldn't give that nigga the V1? I don't know. And my homies didn't bring that shit up. I was the only nigga that was like, yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away. He kept helping that nigga. And then like that didn't make no sense though, cause like Soldier Boy knew Homelander could kill him, but he couldn't kill Kimiko? I don't know, bro. You're trying to tell me all they had to do was everybody get on V1. I mean 10V. Everybody get on 10V. All the boys get on 10V. They could beat Homelander in whatever season they came across 10V, bro. Like, come on, bro. But I did like the dynamics and shit like that. It's just, you know, there's just a whole bunch of shit I did not like. Like, really, like, Old Father really fell for that Huey impersonation of Butcher. I don't know about that one, big bro. But really, that's it. Like I just did not like that shit. I'm just keeping a buck. Like, I just didn't. That shit was trash. That shit was garbage, bro. That shit was dumb as hell, but the ending made sense. Butcher crashing out made sense. All the people dissing themselves from him made sense. All that shit made sense, but I'm not gonna act like I did not like that shit. Especially, like, the fight scene I love. But after that, like, once like, the fight was over and then I sat, I did not like all that shit that was going on. Because, like, a whole bunch of shit just wasn't answered and shit. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving my little my 2 cents about it because you clearly asked. But, you know, I'm just giving my little 2 cents on it, and I digress. I'll catch you in the next one.